Oh, hi, Gabriel. How's it going?
How are you, Dr. Doty?
I'm good, thanks. Come on in.
Okay, awesome.
A little windy today.
Oh, yeah. How have you been?
I'm good, thanks.
Awesome. What have you been working on today?
Oh, I'm so excited. I just got my new book, Leaders of Billions. I just finished publishing it with latest research on leaders of billions like Gandhi, Christ, Muhammad, Sun Yat-sen. And it's available on Amazon. Okay. So
Tell me more about it.
Well, so I'd like to share with you today one of the practices of these leaders of billions. Okay. So one of the things that they did that may be different than other leaders is they recruited differently, Gabriel. And what they did is they recruited through observation, testing, and then the promise of a great reward. So there's this great video from The Chosen. I don't know if you've seen this, but here Jesus, as one of the leaders of billions, right? He has about 2.7 billion followers now, is going to recruit these fishermen. Okay, and the first step is observation. So he's observed these fishermen over time, and he's decided they're good candidates. But first, the next step is he has to test them. So he's observed them, whether they caught fish, whether they didn't catch fish, whether the other fishermen came in their area and they're arguing, so he's observed them over time, and he's found that they're good candidates. So now he's going to do the next two steps, which is testing and the promise of reward. So let's take a look.
Simon, it's him. Excuse me. Simon, that's him.
No time for this, Andrew.
It's him. Simon, it's the man. John said he's here. Right now.
May I ask a favor? I'm teaching these people and apparently they're having trouble hearing me. I could stand on your boat. That would be helpful.
They're having trouble hearing you, huh?
Yes, of course. Please, stand on your boat.
Okay, first test. Okay, so here, let me pause this really quick. So, Gabriel, you've done an all-nighter. I know you're a student. Here you are in my picture of students right here. You can see Gabriel's right there. You've done all-nighters, right?
Of course.
Okay,
yeah.
so these fishermen had been out all night and they've caught 0 fish. Okay, so what happens? What do you want to do after an all-nighter usually?
You just want to go home and sleep.
Yeah, same with the fishermen, right?
Yeah.
So that's the first test. Jesus is asking, "Can I get in your boat?" They want to go home and sleep, and you can see Peter's reaction isn't too favorable at first, but he does it. He does it because Jesus was viewed as a rabbi, and you don't want to diss the rabbi because probably the people wouldn't buy your fish, right? So that's probably why Peter says yes, but he says I need to go. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. No time for this today.
Stay a few moments longer. I have something for you.
For me. I'm in a hurry.
Yes, I know.
I want to go home and sleep.
Just allow me a few moments. I'm Jesus. Thanks for this.
Simon.
He's called Simon before he's called
My
Peter.
last moments with you. I want to share another story. Because I'm on this boat, my final parable should be about fishing, yes? Simon, please send me that net.
So these are all little tests, okay? So now, these leaders of billions were taking people in a place they'd never been, right? So Jesus' paradigm was brand new. Gandhi's paradigm was brand new, right? He taught the Indian people how to break through British rule in a whole new way, not through violence, right? And so these leaders had to know, would they follow them? Would they follow me as a leader, right? So that's what he's doing. He's testing their ability to follow again and again. And Simon Peter is passing.
This net gathers fish. All kinds of fish, yes?
Yes.
All kinds of fish. And the kingdom of heaven is like what happens next. After the net is full, Simon and the others draw it to the shore.
Okay, we'll fast forward on the parable.
Keep
Okay,
patient.
so he finishes his parable.
That is all for today.
And this is the next test. This is test number 2. So, Simon Peter's probably thinking, "Whew, he's finally done talking, right? He's done teaching, now I can go home. I've done my all-nighter, now I can go home. I didn't catch any fish, but oh well. So then Jesus does the next test, and this is the big test. Because he is not a fisherman, right? He is a teacher. And he's going to tell these professional fishermen to do something. So he is testing their knowledge and their ability to follow him. All the people are going home, but Peter is not going home.
Put that down for a catch. A little farther out.
I don't have a clue with you, teacher. But we've been doing this all night. Nothing.
This is so great. The hum, wait till the hum moment comes. It's just the best. It's just the best.
All right. At your word.
All right, so he follows, right? This is the second test. He throws his net out. He doesn't get anything at first. And he says, I love this. Come on. So he's got to help. He's got to ask his friends, his other fishermen in their boat, because they've got so many fish. Come on. Okay, so it's your first lesson from the leaders of billions, how they recruited. They recruited differently. They recruited by observing their followers over time, qualifying, make sure, because what happens when you observe someone when they don't know that you're candidating them for a job or some position, right? They act normally. So you observe them over time normally. Then tests, you test in particular, will they follow you into something new? And in particular, Jesus in this case asks this pro fisherman to fish. He directs him how to fish. When he's a rabbi, he should know how to fish. So the fisherman has to go against his natural thought pattern, right? And break out and follow Jesus, even though what he's saying doesn't make sense because he's fished the whole lake and he's caught nothing. And Jesus says, fish over here, he fishes over here, and then there is a massive promise of reward, right? So this wasn't blind following. So once you pass the test, these leaders showed you have a massive reward. Same with Gandhi, same with Sun Yat-sen and all these other leaders that you too can learn more about if you get this book called Leaders of Billions. Thanks for coming over, Gabriel.
Thank you, Professor Doty. I appreciate that.